In the cold corners of the city, a young boy named Ryan Collins spent his mornings watching players at the public ice rink. The rink was old, surrounded by cracked walls and rusty fences, but for Ryan, it was a place where dreams glided freely on blades of steel. He lived in a small apartment with his mother, Grace Collins, who worked long hours at a diner. His father had left years ago and money was always short. Still, Ryan found comfort in hockey. Every time he saw someone skate, his heart beat faster. Not because he wanted fame, but because the ice made him feel alive. Ryan didn't have proper gear. His skates were second-hand, 2 sizes too big, and his stick was broken at the end, patched together with tape. But he didn't care. Every evening after helping his mother with dishes, he would rush to the rink, waiting for the ice to clear so he could practice alone. He wasn't fast, and he wasn't strong, but he had something rare: focus. He'd watch the older players, studying how they turned, how they moved their hands, how they controlled the puck. Then he'd try again and again until he got it right. One day, while Ryan was practicing, an older man named Mr. Harris stopped to watch. He was a former hockey coach who had retired years ago after an injury. "You've got some good moves, kid," he said. Ryan smiled shyly. "I'm trying to get better." "Trying?" The man chuckled. "You're doing better than most who only talk about it." From that day, Mr. Harris began visiting the rink regularly. He would give Ryan small tips: how to hold his stick, how to balance his weight, how to move with rhythm. The boy listened carefully, never missing a word. But life wasn't easy. The weather grew colder, and Ryan's old jacket barely kept him warm. Some days he could only play for a few minutes before his fingers went numb. Grace worried constantly. "Ryan, you'll get sick," she said one evening. "I'm fine." "Mom, just a little more practice," he replied with a grin. Behind that grin, though, was a quiet struggle, a dream too big for his world. One night, while skating alone under the flickering streetlight, Ryan slipped and fell hard. His knee bled and his stick snapped in half. For a moment he sat there in silence, staring at the broken piece of wood beside him. The cold wind bit his face and tears stung his eyes. He thought about quitting, just walking away. But then he looked at the ice again, glittering faintly under the moon. It seemed to whisper to him, "Don't stop now." Ryan stood up, brushed off the snow, and walked home slowly, holding the broken stick close to his chest. He wasn't done yet. Not even close. The next morning, Ryan woke up with a bruised knee and a heavy heart. His stick was broken, and the thought of not being able to play felt unbearable. Grace noticed the sadness in his eyes. Without saying a word, she left for work earlier than usual. That evening when she returned, she handed Ryan a long, wrapped object. "It's not new," she said softly, "but I thought you might like it." Ryan tore the paper open. It was an old hockey stick, slightly worn but strong. His eyes lit up. "Where did you get this?" "A customer at the diner gave it to me," she smiled. "Said it used to belong to his son." Ryan hugged her tightly. That night he polished the stick, taped it carefully, and promised himself he'd never waste a single chance again. The next day, Mr. Harris met him at the rink. When he saw the new stick, he grinned. "Now we're talking," he said. From that day on, Ryan's training intensified. He skated faster, shot stronger, and learned to read the game like an artist reading his own painting. As weeks passed, people around the neighborhood started noticing the boy who practiced every day, no matter the weather. Some called him the Ice Kid. Children gathered by the fence to watch him play, shouting and clapping when he hit perfect shots. Mr. Harris often stood quietly, smiling with pride. "He reminds me of myself when I was young," he would say to anyone who listened. One evening, a local hockey club manager, Daniel Reed, happened to pass by. He watched Ryan's moves for a few minutes, then walked closer. "Hey, kid," he called out. "Where'd you learn to play like that?" Ryan wiped the sweat off his face. "Just here." "Every day," the man nodded thoughtfully. "How would you like to come by our club next week?" "I think you've got real potential." Ryan's heart nearly stopped. He could barely speak. "I'd love to." That night, when he told his mother, she cried tears of joy. "See, Ryan," she said, "hard work always finds its way." A week later, Ryan stepped onto a professional rink for the first time. The smooth ice beneath his feet felt like a dream come true. He played with passion, confidence, and heart, just as he always had. When the session ended, Daniel walked up to him and smiled. "Welcome to the team, Ryan." It wasn't just a new beginning. It was proof that dreams built on persistence can survive any storm. From then on, every time Ryan looked at the ice, he didn't see cold. He saw home.